All right. Good evening, friends, fans, and family. And any of you lost souls who found your way here by chance. Doing something a little different. No face on this video. Mainly because we're going to be at the workbench. Now, you can see my beautiful Tamiya Panther A model sitting here. Mostly complete. Got a little bit left to do on it. I've already started working on the washes on the completed parts, but still got to do a little bit of tool placement and spare track placement on the hull. As you can see, she's still lacking in that department. Let me make sure you actually can see. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, I can't see the screen on my phone from the angle I had to set the phone at, so we're just winging that one there. Alright, so what we're going to do tonight, we're going to take a look at, again, another Tamiya model, barricade set. Primarily, what we're looking at are the anti-tank obstacles down here. So let's bust this open. Kit runs about $5, $5 to $8. You get the pictures on front, showing you how things are set up, how to set them up. On the back side, you get a whole bunch of Japanese and some more pictures with a little bit of English writing. Not a whole lot. All right. Inside, you get basically a whole bunch of different languages saying don't cut your fingers off, or something to that effect. Yeah, pretty much. First word I saw when I focused was the word injury. Yeah, well, that must be my safety man kicking in right there, but, you know, hey. Alrighty. Feels like another sheet of paper in here. Hopefully this is the instructions. Oh, how about that? Again, we get a little bit of little black and white picture showing rough setup, line drawings on how to put together the kit pieces, and then the cool thing is a 4-step illustrated guide to making your own barbed wire to go with your obstacles. How cool is that? Alright. Now, I originally built one of these kits from years ago. Your audio did not mess up. My audio messed up. And I don't think I can say that word in public. It's a number word for an age that is significant. So what we got inside the kit, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 2 is 20 logs. 20 logs. 20 plastic logs. If I had bamboo skewers, I could do the same thing for a lot less than $5. Okay? That's not why we bought this kit. Here's why we bought this beautiful, beautiful kit. Look at this. I-beams. So, we've already seen from the instructions, each one is going to take 3 I-beams and 2 of the little triangles. Okay? So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically, you're spending $1 a piece on these welded metal anti-tank obstacles, which, in my opinion, is a pretty good deal. Alrighty, let's get started. I'll prop my instructions up where they are off screen. You can't see them, but I can. As you can see from looking at my workbench, I've been a pretty busy lad, working on a number of different projects. Alrighty. So far I've got 3 tanks, mostly built. Obviously they needed anti-tank barricades to go with them, correct? Correct. Alright, so sprue nippers. Got these at, oops, sorry about that, Hobbytown. They are XL brand, which Hobby Lobby carries XL brand as a, I don't know, I hate to say cheap knockoff, but a competitor, shall we say, competitor to X-Acto. Alrighty, so we nip those three guys off at the end there. Flip them around. I'm going to try to remember to keep it down here where y'all can see me. 1, 2, 3. Some of y'all are too young for that joke. Some of y'all are too young for that joke and get it anyway. Like my children. Alright, one little dude there. One little dude there. Alright, looks like y'all are able to see. Looks like I'm holding the right place. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we'll set the nippers aside. Set that aside. I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to check it with my thumb because your fingertips are very, very sensitive. They will feel the rough places. Yep, there it is right there. Don't know how we did on the focus. Oh, I think it just kicked into focus. Little white spot there. We're going to take the X-Acto name brand knife because I believe in X-Actos. I don't necessarily believe in being X-Acto, but I believe in using X-Actos. Smooth out that little bit there. So you're seeing me. I did a little bit of a cut like this to trim away what was sticking up. And then you see me not cut. I call this back dragging because that's what we call it on the pipeline when a bulldozer does it. Set their blade down and back up rather than cutting into the dirt. You still cut, but it is a different kind of cut. This way I'm not as likely to dig in and gouge the piece by what I call back dragging the blade. Okay. So I'm going to do this on both pieces. So when I'm trimming away at that first piece, making my first trim, I try to get my knife almost flat. Try to get the blade almost flat on the piece. If it's a large flat piece, and just go lightly and try not to remove too much, because we are trying to replicate the world in miniature. And having big gouges on it just doesn't look right. Alright, I like how those are. Let's check our ends here. Now, a lot of times the sprue nipper will take the end, chip it off the sprue with basically no residue whatsoever, where you don't have to do any sort of cleanup work. Flip it around. That one needs a little bit. So what I'm going to do is take what is basically a big Hobbytown branded 400 grit emery board and just kind of lightly rub the end there. Okay. Right. Long time ago when I was first starting out, I would literally use nail file emery boards. The fine grit side works fine. So, I mean, if you're wanting to get into this, you don't have to go out and spend a whole lot of money on tools. Now, you might be able to see what I was looking at right there. Oh, look at that. You see the seam line? right down the center of the beam. Okay. I don't know if you've ever looked at an I-beam very closely before, but most of them do not have seam lines like that. So, let me say we give this just a little bit of a rub on the emery board. Now, we want to be careful because we do have a marking down here at the midway point. Let's see if I can. Phenomena. Yeah, you're welcome. Now you've got that stuck in your head. See the little crosshatch right there in the center? That's going to become important when we start assembling it. So we don't want to take that off, but we do want to kind of flatten out that seam there. Down here where you guys can see what I'm doing. You might be able to see that from there, actually. Where I lighten up the plastic with the inboard. Right. And I'm going to just backtrack that. Try to carefully scrape that seam away. Now I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. I'm basically doing it just to show you the technique behind it. I am eager to build this, and I am not too terribly stressed about how much of a seam line it is right now because I'm doing this as a fun build, not as a competition build. If I were doing it as a competition build, that might be a little bit different, right? And I would want it to look as realistic as possible. So that if I threw the focus off just a little on the camera, got it a little bit blurry, then it might look like the real thing. Alright. Tamiya brush on liquid cement. Alrighty. Now, let's look at the instructions again. Creole certification. There we are right there. We're going to make a cross, a big X out of those two girders, out of two of those girders. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a dab of that liquid cement right there. I'll grab up the girder. Put those two pieces together just like that. Okay. Hold it for a little bit, a few seconds. Okay. Time to kind of, basically what it does, it melts the plastic and welds it together. That's what that specific glue is designed to do. Sorry, I was checking the ends there on that one to see if we needed to do anything with them. All right. So now we have our model piece right there, looking like our illustration right there. So now what we will do, little job right there. And this, the liquid cement, will definitely move by capillary action. So you can get the pieces close, put a little dab on it, and it will suck down into the cracks and crevices through that paintbrush just like that. Roll it over this backside, and I do, just like paint, I do wipe it off a little bit. Boom. And I doubt you could see it, but from where I was, I watched that glue hit there and shoot up that side. All right. So we've got that piece. Now, Here comes part of the fun that confused me so many years ago. We're going to do the exact opposite. All right. Little dab on there. Helps if I hold it right. Mm-hmm. Right. Little guy in position there. That's another reason you want to clean these up, is so that you have a good flat surface for it to sit on, and good joint right there. Move it over. Right there. All right. Close so you can maybe kind of see where the glue ran along the seams right there. It discolors it a little bit, but not much. And once we paint it, it'll be fine. Okay. So now there's only one thing left to do, and that is take the third one and right, we're going to set it just like this. The third one goes right up in here. So, all right. So I'm gonna swab a little glue on here. That's a little bit too much glue. Um, held in place like that. Give little cracks and crevices with glue. And so you can see where it doesn't line up perfectly because of me not sanding everything flat flush. Okay? Well, have a little bit of time where we can, oh yeah, like that. Mash it around a little bit. Like I said, this stuff basically melts your plastic. It's a solvent. That means you do all this model building with this stuff in a well-ventilated area. I think this glue is actually sold as non-toxic, which is a good thing. I believe it is. So anyway, look, there we go. We have a hedgehog, or I think that's what they're called. Neat little hedgehog. Now, I'm going to put him in a clothespin stand so that he can sit down and dry. Alright, I'm going to look at this. No, actually, this is not non-toxic. Danger extremely flammable. Vapor harmful. So, yes, kitties, please, by all means, either use a respirator if you have one, or use well-ventilated area like I'm doing. I'm sure you believe that, right? You do. Yes. Okay, good. All right. So this little dude, you can see him in action right back here in the back. Boom. All right. Now, just as a quick little history lesson, these were put into place so that as tanks came along, like this little fella right here, they would run into this thing and not be able to move it. It's a tank. it should be able to move just about anything it wants to. Well, apparently, based on this design, moving these things, even with a tank, is really difficult. This design is actually still in use today. Isn't that a beautiful little tank? Such a cute little guy. Alrighty. Get him put back out of the way. And there you go. One lovely little anti-tank obstacle. All done. Doesn't take long at all. Knock out 6 of them. You've got a nice little setup for your diorama for later. A little bit of what in war games we'd call scatter terrain, to help give a little bit of verisimilitude to your layouts, to your dioramas. Just make it look like the real thing. All right, folks. Well, that's all I've got for tonight. I'm probably going to build the other 5. But thanks for watching. And always, always, always keep you some cool little extras on hand. You never know when you're going to need to dress up a scene. Something neat. Folks, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.